Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Once again, my name is Sayo. This is the lifestyle and entertainment channel, and I just like to bring a smile to your face. Like, just take some time out from your busy schedules, watch my videos, and hopefully you can let out a smile or a sigh of like, oh, I'm glad I watched this, or this just lightened up my mood. That's the kind of vibe that I want my channel or my content to kind of create, and I hope that so far I've been able to create that kind of vibe with you who have been watching my videos. Okay, today guys, we are doing one segment from my travel series, and today I wanted to just share with you guys some tips on how to make your holidays memorable. So you've booked your holiday, or you have it planned out already, or you're traveling soon, that kind of a thing. You already have a holiday you already have a holiday planned, and you're just wondering, how do I make sure that I make the most of this holiday? How do I make sure that I enjoy my time whilst on holiday? How do I make this a holiday that I can come back and reminisce about and think of and just smile about? If you're asking all of those questions, then this video is for you. I'm going to talk about 10 things that you can actually do to make sure that you have the most memorable holidays. Okay, so if you're interested in that kind of content, or if you want to hear about these tips that I'm talking about, then do not touch that dial. My very first tip that I'm going to give is to make sure that you start on a relaxed foot or on a relaxed note, particularly not going late to the airport as much as you can control, because I know there are things that would happen, like maybe your flights can get delayed, or there might be some issues at the airport that might delay you, or that might just walk you up. But as much as you can control it, as much as possible, start off on a relaxed foot, because nearly missing your flight, or even missing your flight, can actually set you off on a wrong note for the holiday, for the entire holiday. Trust me, it has happened to me before when we almost missed our flight to Spain, and throughout that ride until we got to our location, until we settled down, I just kept on thinking about how we almost missed our flight. And if you're that kind of person, you're like me, that can play on your emotions for a little while before you actually start to enjoy the holiday. So as much as possible, start off on a relaxed foot. So if there's anything that you can avoid that will make you worked up before you actually start the holiday, then try and get rid of it. Number 2 is plan your itinerary before you actually travel, but give room for flexibility. So I'm talking about if you're going to a place where there are a lot of activities or sightseeing, or you'd want to, famous places that you want to see, maybe famous museums or famous places, houses, and all of those, like, what's it called now? I can't remember what it's called. But if there's a famous place or a famous thing that you'd want to do in the place it is you're going, then you want to try and plan your itinerary before you leave. So if you want to think about getting tickets or booking tickets before you leave, or just kind of like noting them down and saying what day you want to do what kind of a thing, that's what I'm talking about. So if, as much as possible, you can plan your itinerary before you leave, that would save you some stress when you get there. So at least you know what you're doing, and you're not just getting there, spending the first 1, 2, 3 days trying to decide what you want to do or what you do not want to do. But again, I mentioned give room for flexibility, because you also want to just, there are things that come up impromptu, or things that just happen that are not planned that would be interesting to do. So give room for flexibility so you can also mix those ones, or put those ones into the mix. Number 3 is document. Like, document on your phones. Get a notepad if you have to. If you like writing, if you like journals, take your journals. If you like diaries, take your diaries and document. especially things that you see for the first time, or things that excite you during your journey or during your stay, about the place or about the people. Try and document these things, because when you get back home, you can then look back on your notes or look back on your diary and be like, oh yeah, I actually saw this thing, this actually happened, and stuff like that, especially at times where you cannot record or take a picture. And that's the next point I'm going to give. But documenting is actually a very good thing, especially also if you want to maybe make a video about it later on. Then you can go back to your notes and actually just read out what you've documented, and that can form the essence of the video, or the what's it called now, the bulk of the or the the body of the video. If you get what I mean. So as much as possible, if you can, document the things that you see that are new to you, or things that excite you, or things that you'd want to remember in the future. Which brings us to my fourth point: take loads of videos and pictures. You cannot get tired of taking videos and pictures. I don't know why some people, how would some people not like taking videos or pictures? Take loads of videos and pictures, because that's one of the most tangible things you can actually look back on to say, wow, we actually did this, we went to this place, I took a picture with this thing or this person or at this place, and stuff like that. You cannot go wrong with taking videos and pictures. I know that it's something that everyone should know, but I thought I have to mention it. Make sure you take a lot of videos and pictures, because you can look back on them and smile and laugh and just like remember the time when you were in this new place where you've never been before, and you met all these people, or you saw all these beautiful things. Okay, so yeah, the next thing I'm going to say is actually enjoy your holiday, and particularly try not to take work along with you on a holiday. Try not to. I know some people still, you have your leave days and you take holidays on your leave days, but yet some people will still be working during holidays, and I'm like, no, don't do that, because then you have divided attention. You're trying to see if you can sort out work and also trying to enjoy yourself, and sometimes it doesn't always work together like that. Okay, so as much as possible, try and do not take work on holidays. Okay, so actually go there to enjoy yourself. So determine that you want to enjoy yourself. So yes, enjoy yourself. The next thing I'm going to say is try something new and fun and exciting. Like, try, if you have fears and you can, try and face your fears. Like for me, there was one thing I tried. I have a fear of water. I don't know how to swim yet. I did try to learn, but that's not the topic. That's not the topic of concern today. But I have that fear of water. I still do. So now I'm trying to fight it. But there was one holiday we went to that I actually said, you know what, I'm going to go on, all those boats that they attach like floatable balloons to, that you'd sit on the balloons and then on the water, and then they start going at high speed and you start like circling around on the water and stuff like that. I don't know how to explain. I don't know what it's called. If I remember, I'll put it on the screen for you guys to see. But we had that activity, and it was hard. My heart was like this on the water, and I held on to the balloon so tightly, like my life depended on it. But I look back at that experience now and I'm like, wow, I'm glad I actually did that, because that was exciting and that was new, and that was me facing in a little bit of my fear actually. Okay, so if it's kayaking, if it's hiking, if it's rock climbing, it could be a new food. Actually, like not just fish and chips every time, burger, be looking for burger. I'm talking to myself actually. So when you go to a new place, try and eat something new. Try it. If you don't like it, then you don't like it, but at least try it, because then you can look back on those memories and just remember that, wow, I went on this holiday and I actually did this and I did that, and it's something that you can talk about and reminisce about. But just make sure that it is safe. As long as it is safe, it's not like it's your first time of riding a mountain bike in a desert with a narrow, I don't subscribe to all those kind of things if you're not like a professional, if you're not used to it. As long as it is safe, then yes, please, by all means, try something new and exciting. The next thing I'm gonna say is one of my favorite ones, which is get souvenirs. Like, some of these places you're only going to go there once, you know, in your lifetime. Apart from all these memories, you want to actually get something physical that you can remember from the place that you go to. So buy a souvenir. So for us, for instance, we have a habit of buying fridge magnets, even though that is not very long lasting. Some of them are already breaking now because we have a child that has come into our life that's just used to break things. Some of them are getting cracked and, you know, breaking and stuff like that. But you can either get the ones that are not ceramic, ones that are actually like maybe metal or plastic or something like that, that would last longer, or you buy something else. I went to a friend's house and I saw they had a shelf, a glass shelf, a frame for like souvenirs, maybe like mugs and plates like that from different places they had been to, but they made a shelf for it, and you know, they put it inside. So those ones are actually protected. So if you want to do something like that, you can actually do it. But all I'm saying is just get something tangible, something physical that would remind you that you actually went to this place, and you can have a collection of those with time and be able to tell someone boldly that, oh, I've been to like 20 different countries, I've been to, you know, 20 different places and stuff like that. So yeah, don't forget to get your souvenirs. The next thing that I'm going to say is interact with the locals if possible. You don't know what kind of relationships you would build, and in that sense as well, you're learning their culture, you're learning something new, you're learning how they talk, you're learning how they, you know, interact, what the culture is all about, and you're learning more about the place or the city or the town it is that you're going. So try and, you know, have conversations with the interactions with the locals. I know there's some places that you go to that some people would not even want to like give you face. I hear that France, they're not friendly in Paris or in France. I've been there a few times and I didn't feel any hostility or anything, but people say that, you know, in France they're not friendly. But whatever the case is, as much as it is possible, if you can, just have interactions with the local. The next thing I'm going to say is try to be in the right mood throughout your holiday. And I'm saying this because it has affected me a little bit. I get moody sometimes. I just have mood swings. Sometimes you cannot help it. I don't know how to say this, but sometimes, you know, you're just in one kind of mood, but try and snap out of it really quickly. That's what I'm trying to say. So try and be in the right mood. There was one of the holidays we went for that I just was moody. I don't know what happened. Nobody annoyed me, nobody offended me. I was just moody. And eventually my husband said to me, let's go on hiking, and I was like, I don't want to go, blah, blah, blah. And eventually I carried that mood and we went on the hike, and you know, he was trying to get me to take pictures, and I'll just, you know, stand there and pose, and this silly mood actually showed on the pictures that I took. And I'm looking back on those pictures and I'm like, see this nice environment, see this nice backgrounds that, you know, they wanted to take me pictures, they took me photos, and I'm just there just like that, just looking like somebody that they collected their bread. So that kind of thing affects the holiday eventually. Like, you don't want to look back on your pictures and be saying that you were frowning here, or you were, you know, you were just in a silly moods that you could have snapped out of if you you know. So yes, as much as possible, be in the right mood throughout your holiday and just enjoy yourself. Okay. And then the last thing I'm going to say is money matters. Money issues. Sort out your budgeting or money matters before you actually travel, because it can be stressful to be thinking and calculating how much you're spending per spend. And I'm going to explain this to you just very quickly. If you want to be on a budget, then sort out your budget before you leave. Sort out how you're going to change the money or whatnot. I'm not even talking about changing the money now, but particularly budgeting, because spending money can be stressful on your mind and whatever. That's if you don't just pluck money from the tree, you get what I mean? So spending money can be one of the things that would actually get you in a mood on holiday. So you want to try and sort out the budget before you go, so at least you know this money that I'm taking is the money that I want to spend. I mentioned leaving room for flexibility at the beginning. Also leave room for a bit of flexibility when you're spending money, because sometimes, you know, you can go a little bit over budget, and you want to be sure that you've dealt with that in your mind before you actually go. So I'm telling you guys, money matters can stress you on holidays. But if you've sorted that out, if you've budgeted what you want to spend, perhaps maybe even put the money you want to spend on a different card, and you know that that's the card that you're going to spend for the holiday, then you know that can help you to just relax and know that, well, okay, I want to buy this thing, I want to eat this food, I want to do that, and I'm spending from my holiday money. I don't know how much I can explain it, but it can actually be stressful during holidays if you have to then start thinking of money. Okay, how much have I taken? How much is it now? How much do I have left? How much, you know, how much when you convert this money from this currency to this currency, how much is it, and stuff like that. So you want to try and see if you can sort out your budget or money matters, whatever it may be, before you actually travel, so you can relax and enjoy your holiday and not think about money in that sense. Okay, these are my 10 tips for you to have a memorable holiday, for you to have one that you can come back, look back on, reminisce on, and just smile and be happy that you went on that holiday. I really do hope that all of these tips have helped you. If you have any other questions, yes, please let me know in the comment section below. If you have any other video ideas with regards to traveling that you want me to shoot, then please do let me know in the comment section below. As long as I'm able to and I have information, then I will definitely, you know, share with you guys what my opinion or my tips or whatever it is about such videos are. And also let me know if you found any one of these tips useful in the comment section below. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please do subscribe if you've enjoyed this video and if you like my content, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell just so you know when a new video drops. Again, thank you for watching, and I will see you next week. But till then, stay safe, be cool, go on that holiday and have fun, and come and tell me about it. Okay guys, see you next week. Bye.